Hello friends, this is Satwinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, very excited because today I'll be sharing with you two important PNP draws. But before that, a small request, if you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration, news, update, tips, tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. Please press the bell icon so this video comes to you immediately when we upload. Just remember one single thing. This channel is dedicated to Canadian immigration. Anything happening on Canadian immigration, you will get it here. So with that, let's move on to the very important video, which is about the PNP draws. Whenever I say PNP, the king of PNP is always there, Ontario. It's not that I live in Ontario. It is because Ontario is the king of PNP. That is why I always prefer to start with Ontario. Ontario has conducted a PNP draw, and the category in which they have conducted a PNP draw, can you believe they have invited 10,000 plus people in one category? So far, 10,000 plus people. And this category is none other than HCP, Human Capital Priority Stream. Now you will ask, what is this category? Where do it come into picture? So let me explain you the categories first. So Ontario has basically 9 PNPs. These 9 PNPs are divided into 3 types of categories. These categories are express entry linked, expression of interest, and entrepreneur stream. So these are the 3 broad categories. The one which we are talking about is express entry link. So express entry link is further divided into 3 categories: human capital priorities, Ontario skilled trade, and lastly, the French speaking skilled worker. Just remember one single thing. The express entry linked category, link to what it is linked? It is linked to federal express entry. So you must have a profile into the federal express entry. If you do not have a profile in the federal express entry, you will never get notification of interest. So to get a notification of interest, you need to have profile into the federal express entry. And now let us look at the draw. From the government website, the draw looks like this. So this is a little difficult to understand. So let me explain you the draw in detail. So when this draw came on 23rd. This is targeted to doctors. Yes, only doctors. So 25th of July, the draw came and targeted only doctors, and 209 people were invited. The score was 395 to 444, and the profiles were created 1 year back. So this is the basic information. So sometimes I do get questions from doctors like, I have done MBBS or I have done MD, I have done MS. Can we practice here in Canada? Well, not really. To practice here in Canada, you have to clear Canadian exams, but with your degree, with your credentials, you can come to Canada, and once you are here in Canada, you can pass the exams and practice in Canada. So doctors right now are in a very high demand, particularly in Ontario. So Ontario government is trying to do whatever possible to bring doctors to Canada. So if you are an internationally trained doctor, this is the best time to come to Canada. So now with that information, let us look at the snapshot. So if you look at the snapshot, you will be amazed. Why? Because one category, 10,000 plus people have already been invited. Here are the draw and the numbers. So 10,038 people have been invited just in one single category, and that category is human capital priorities. So from Ontario, let's move on to the other side. And that side, from east to west, let's move on to BC, beautiful British Columbia. So BC has conducted the 4th PNP draw in the month of July. Those who are watching me for the very first time, let me explain you. BC conducts the draw every Tuesday. Every Tuesday they conduct draw. Irrespective whatever comes, they conduct the draw every Tuesday. If Tuesday is holiday, the draw moves to Wednesday. Now, this is one thing. Second thing, BC conducts the draw in two parts: general draw, targeted draw. So now with this basic information, let us look at the government website for what happened in the draw. So this draw came on 23rd July, and this is the general part of the draw. Let us look at the targeted part. So targeted part is this. Under the targeted part, 4-5 professions are targeted. The first profession, of course, is early childhood educators, ECE. The second profession, healthcare professionals. The third one is construction, and the fourth one is veterinary doctors. So these are the four professions which are targeted. Now let us look from here. Let us give you the synopsis of what happened in the draw. 23rd July, this draw was conducted. 112 people have been invited. Out of 112, 35 are in the general draw. Draw 1. Draw 2, which is targeted, 77 people are invited. Out of these 77 people, 37 are under the category which is called early childhood educator. So in that category, and then healthcare workers 17 are invited, construction 19, and veterinary doctor 4. Total 77 people are invited. So this is the details about the draw. Let me tell you the snapshot. So if we look at the snapshot, here is the snapshot. Till now, 3,799 people have been called, and this is the details of all the draws BC has conducted so far, date by date and category by category. So if you look at the numbers monthly, you will have a clear picture. So let us have a look at the monthly draws. So if you look here, January 919 people were invited, February 828, 600 in March, 400 in April, May 300, then 200 in June. Thank God in July it has come back a little bit. So total 3,800 people are approximately invited, and graphically if you look at the picture, you can see there is a constant decrease. The quantity is constantly going down. Here in the month of July, thankfully, the things have got back a little. So now let's look at the problems which are the BC PNP is facing. The biggest problem is quantity. The decrease in numbers is the biggest problem. The number of ITAs, number of the invites have decreased. The quantity of invites have decreased very badly. So that is one problem. The score also got increased. That is the second problem. The third problem, which is the categories have become very selective. And the last problem, which is very big and very painful, is long processing time. So BC is taking long time, much longer than it usually takes. So that's also another problem, because those people who have filed with us, they will keep calling us, what happened, and we don't have the answer. So that is the biggest problem. BC is definitely taking longer time. So I always say this thing, that each file is different, each case is different, each situation is different, your goals are different. Somebody who wants to go to BC, irrespective what is happening in BC, they will go to BC. Somebody who wants to go to Alberta will go to Alberta, irrespective of what is happening in Alberta. And somebody who wants to come to Ontario will come to Ontario. So it depends upon your situation, your education, your background, your family, lots of factors. So you need to discuss your file with us, more than welcome, or you need to put a case in any of the categories, you can let us know and we can file your case. So you can book an appointment and discuss your case. Our office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID, phone number, everything is shared right here with you. Very important. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Thanks very much for watching the video.